So, you've probably heard the buzzword Web3 thrown around, right? But what does it actually mean? Well, that's what we're going to break down today. No crazy jargon, I promise. Just a straightforward look at what it is, how it works, and, why you should even care. But first, before we dive into the tech, let's start with a scenario, something a little unsettling. Just imagine for a second your main social media account. The one with all your photos, all your connections, basically your entire digital life on it. Imagine it just gets deleted. You wake up one morning, try to log in, and poof, it's gone. There was no warning email, no little pop-up notification, absolutely nothing. And here's the worst part. There's zero explanation. You can't appeal it, there's no customer service number to call, just an error message. All that time you spent, all those memories, completely gone. Sounds like a total nightmare, doesn't it? Well, here's the thing. This kind of stuff actually happens, and it points to a really deep, fundamental problem with the internet as we know it. And that problem is this. On today's internet, you don't really own anything. Not your data, not your content, not even your online identity. You're basically just renting space on someone else's platform. And that right there, that is the exact problem that Web3 is built to solve. It's a fundamental rethinking of who should be in control when we're online. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around Web3, it actually helps to take a quick step back and look at how we even got here. The evolution of the internet. First, there was Web1. This was the super early internet, right? Static pages. You could basically just read stuff. Let's call it the read-only internet. Then came Web2, which is what we all use now. This is the read and write internet. We can post, we can comment, we can create content. But, and this is a huge but, big companies control everything. Now, Web3 is the next logical step. Read, write, and own. That one little word, own, is the absolute game changer. It's the key to this whole idea. So what does this ownership thing actually look like? Let me give you a super simple analogy that I think makes it all just click. Think about it like this. Web2 is like renting an apartment. Yeah, you can live in it, decorate it, have friends over, but at the end of the day, it's not yours. The landlord can change the rules, raise the rent, or even decide to kick you out. Web3, on the other hand, is like owning your own house. It is fundamentally yours. When you own your digital house, you are in control. You make the rules, and nobody can just take it away from you. That is the massive shift Web3 is bringing to our digital lives. All right, so we've covered the why. Now let's get into the how. What are the core technologies, the actual building blocks that make all of this possible? First up is the blockchain. The simplest way to think about it is like a public digital notebook. Every transaction gets added as a new entry. Everyone can see it, which makes it transparent, but no one can secretly go back and change an entry, which makes it incredibly secure. Next is cryptocurrency. This is just digital money that's native to the internet. The key here is that you don't need a bank or some other third party to send it. You can transact directly with anyone, anywhere in the world. So instead of an email and password, you access this new internet with a wallet. Think of it as your digital identity and your bank account all rolled into one. And the most important part, you and only you are in full control of it. And finally, we have smart contracts. These are like automatic self-executing agreements. There's no middleman needed. For example, a contract could be programmed to say, if you send a payment, then the digital product is automatically delivered to your wallet. No trust is required, it just works based on code. So when you put all these building blocks together, the blockchain, crypto, wallets, smart contracts, what do you actually get? Well, you get a fundamental shift in power. Let's make this super clear with a direct comparison. In Web2, companies control your data. In Web3, you control your data. In Web2, platforms take a huge cut of any money you make. In Web3, you own your assets directly. And maybe the most important shift of all, in Web2, you aren't the customer. You're the product being sold to advertisers. In Web3, you are the owner. Ultimately, it all boils down to this. Web3 isn't just a technology upgrade. It's a philosophical one. It represents a shift in ownership of the internet itself, away from these massive, centralized companies and back into the hands of individual people. Now look, Web3 isn't perfect. It's still complex, and it's definitely still evolving. But the core idea of user ownership, well, that's a powerful one. Which leaves us with the big question. Is Web3 truly the future of the internet, or is it just hype?